Hello, my name is Corey Thornblad, and I'd like to welcome you to our Advanced Academic Programs in Middle School presentation at Kilmer Middle School's Curriculum Night. Again, my name is Corey Thornblad. I'm the AART at Kilmer Middle School. This is a position created this year by the county at Kilmer. And I want to talk to you a little bit about our advanced academic programs here at Kilmer Middle School. It is our belief that all children deserve to be challenged and engaged in their learning. And our goal of AAP programming is to make sure that the level of service matches the student's needs so that every child can reach their academic potential. Advanced academics offered at Kilmer Middle School are honors classes and level 4 classes, which we often refer to as AA or the center. The goals of advanced academics in middle school are two-pronged. We want to develop our students' talents and unlock their potential, and we also want to make sure that we're meeting the needs of advanced learners. Honors classes are offered at all 26 middle schools in Fairfax County. This is open enrollment. Students can select 1 honors class, 2, 3, or as many as 4. And students will learn with others who've selected these advanced courses, and our teachers will differentiate to meet the academic needs of students enrolled. Our AAP Level 4 Center, there are only 14 of these in Fairfax County, including one at Kilmer. Students who are in AAP Level 4 are found eligible through a central screening process. They have access to advanced curriculum in all 4 core subjects and will be in classes with an eligible academic peer group. And again, just as in honors, teachers differentiate to meet the needs of the students academically, and they also participate in, or should be participating in, professional learning. Math is slightly different. If you are a level 4 student at Kilmer, you will be in a class with other level 4 students in science, English, and history. Math looks a little bit different because there might be students who have shown an aptitude for math that are not level 4 AAP students. That might also be in those classes. If you look at the criteria for Algebra 1 honors, any student might get a 500 on their 7th grade SOL in 6th grade when they take it, and also could test into the 91st percentile on the Iowa Algebra Aptitude Test, which would have them meeting the criteria to go into Algebra 1 honors. All students in Fairfax County learn the FCPS program of studies. That is our curriculum. Honors and level 4 students then receive extensions related to that curriculum. So you can see that they have an increased level of rigor. There's rigor in all classes, but the frequency of that rigor and the intensity of that rigor increases as we move up the ladder. I think that this graphic gives a good description of a question I get answered a lot, or I get asked a lot, which is what is the difference between honors classes and level 4 center classes? Again, honors classes are open access. Students can self-select into honors classes. They're going to encounter an increased depth and complexity in those honors classes. Students are learning with other students who have chosen to be challenged academically. And students can enroll in 1 or more honors classes based on their strengths or interest. And this is offered in all middle schools. Level 4 center students, again, are found eligible for level 4 through a central screening process. If your student is a level 4 student who is found eligible in elementary school, they will automatically be placed in level 4 classes at Kilmer. Those students, just like in our honors classes, are going to be exposed to increased depth and complexity, and sometimes the pace of those classes might move a little faster based on the peer group. And again, if you're a full-time level 4 student, you will be in advanced classes for all 4 core subjects. And the slide has one thing that I want to modify, which is there are now 14 schools, middle schools in the county that are designated centers. The extensions that we offer for middle school and level 4 students are based on what we call the parallel curriculum model, sometimes referred to as PCM. And this model is designed to increase the complexity of learning that students encounter in advanced academic classes. It was developed by Carol Ann Tomlinson out of UVA, and the PCM is based on 4 key components. Core, which is making sure that students develop a deep knowledge of the subject. Identity, that students understand that they themselves are learners and practitioners in the field of study, that they make connections across different classes, across time, that they relate different events, cultures, multiple perspectives, and finally, practice. We want to make sure that in our classrooms, students are actually using tools and skills of professionals in the field to solve problems that they encounter in the classroom and the world. This, to me, probably best describes what happens for teachers when they are teaching advanced academics. It's called the Equalizer, also developed by Carol Ann Tomlinson. And you'll see that there are all of these different kind of areas that a teacher might be able to focus on in order to increase the level of rigor. Almost think of these as toggle switches that you're moving back and forth based on the task, based on the students in your classroom, and based on the needs of individual learners. So for example, if I look at the toggle that says slower to quicker, perhaps in an AAP or honors class, I am moving that particular toggle switch on the equalizer toward quicker. Maybe I'm moving to more abstract concepts. Perhaps I can do more complex problems. So it's not as though all of those toggle switches are all the way to the right side at all times, but based on the student's needs, based on what we're studying, we're moving those back and forth to make sure they're getting the level of complexity and rigor that they need. And perhaps there might be a student that, for example, in history might know a lot about World War I. Maybe for that individual student, I'm moving that toggle switch to orange to allow them to take greater leaps in what they create and make because they already have a really strong foundation on that topic. So this can be used for whole class differentiation, but also individual differentiation by the teacher. So I want to give you a couple examples of what that might look like. So if a student is in 7th grade science in FCPS, part of the program of studies is that they will describe and sequence major points in the development of cell theory. So that would be something that every student learns in every 7th grade science classroom. If I have an honors or level 4 class, we might take it a step further and evaluate how the development of cell theory has impacted and continues to impact scientific thinking, activating the parallel curriculum model core and connection topics. Perhaps I might take it a step further and have students explore specific scientists and their cell theory contributions, and then they could have a philosophical chairs debate on which had the bigger impact. So those are just examples of how we take the curriculum and extend for depth and complexity. Another example can be found in social studies. So all students in 7th grade history will analyze the achievements and failings of political leaders since World War II. If I were teaching an AA or honors section of social studies, I might have the kids take it to another level by assuming the role of a political reader, perhaps researching a problem in current events that a political leader faces, and then constructing a solution to that problem, and perhaps presenting their solution to the class and having them vote on the best solution. Using the parallel curriculum model of identity, they are identifying themselves as people that are practicing as a political figure, and then they are also getting that practice of doing what political leaders do. In the end, our goal at Kilmer and across the county is to make sure that all of our students have the opportunity to solve real-world problems, to explore their areas of interest, to work as practitioners in the field, and to use critical and creative thinking skills. Again, my name is Corey Thornblad. Please reach out with questions, ctthornblad@fcps.edu. If you have questions related to math, I would recommend reaching out to our math department chair, Ruth Baxley, or to our Director of Student Services, Sarah Grow. I did want to make sure that I address some of the questions that came up during our curriculum night session. Students that are in the Level 4 program at Kilmer will not simply be in classes with their elementary feeder schools. Instead, all of our Level 4 students will be mixed together with other Level 4 students from other schools. So your child will have a chance to likely be in a class with someone they've been with in elementary school, but also to meet students from other elementary schools, which is an important part of the middle school transition. And again, if you have a Level 4 student, they are automatically going to be placed in Level 4 classes. So they will be with other Level 4 students in science, math, and English. And then they will be with advanced learners in math, including Level 4 students, as well as students that have demonstrated aptitude for higher level math classes based on the Iowa test, as well as their SOL scores. Again, if you have more questions, please feel free to reach out, Corey Thornblad, ctthornblad@fcps.edu. Welcome to Kilmer. We're excited to work with your students next year.